Okay, that's what I have in the house freezer. I think I have a sickness, guys, because if I show you in here, I still have a bunch of food. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Yikes. Hi guys, I am in the kitchen and I have a bunch of leftovers. A bunch of leftovers in the freezer. So I went through my freezers again and I cleaned both of them out. I have a freezer, an upright in the garage, and I also have the regular freezer here in the house. So I went through it and realized, wow, I have a meal plan for the next 2 weeks, which will include a lot of what I have in there. I will be buying some hamburger though, because my husband loves hamburgers, so we'll be having those again next week. But what I'm doing right now, and I thought I'd bring you along on it, is just a quick meal with these leftovers. I'm just throwing things in together. I have a new cookbook. It's my Dining on a Dime. If you don't know who Living on a Dime is, definitely check their channel out. But this book here is called Dining on a Dime. And I was going through it, and all kinds of really cool recipes, and I will be making one of those probably next week. But I got this idea through the cookbook. They have, it's called Mexican Hamburger Casserole. Well, I pulled out pork, so I'm going to tweak this recipe. I'm going to end up probably making that next week. I have pork, and I just opened this bag. It was frozen on August 22nd, which is actually Carl Yastrzemski's birthday, if you're a Red Sox fan. And then this one here is that one. This one was actually just frozen in December. So I have this pork. I'm going to cut up all of the pork chop. It's already been cooked up. I'll be cutting that up, throwing it in a pan with petite potatoes, or tomatoes. I have a can of tomato sauce. I did look in the refrigerator. I don't have any tomato products in the refrigerator already open, so I'm going to use these two. And dump that in there. I'm going to put some corn in here. I have green olives that I had open. I kind of like the black olives better, but green's what's open, so I'll be using those. And as you can tell, it's going to be a good tomato base meal. And then I'll have it over potatoes. So I'm going to finish cutting this up. I'm going to put this on. And I'll probably end up having this over mashed potatoes because we have leftover mashed potatoes. And this is corn that I had frozen in August. I had cooked it up on the cob and then taken it off the cob. That's kind of a pain in the neck too if you've never done that. I'm not going to put this whole bag in there though. I'll just use half of it. There are 4 ears of corn in here. So, yikes. Now, like I said, I did go through that freezer. I found so many leftovers in the freezer in the house here. So, I need to cook this up and get that going. I have this huge calendar, and I'll be making different things using my calendar. Let's see, at the beginning of the week we had pizza bread. I just threw pizza stuff onto pieces of bread, and we had that for dinner. It was really good. That was on Monday the 2nd. On Tuesday we had chili. On Wednesday we had hamburgers. We had leftovers Thursday night, and tonight we'll have this pork chops. And tomorrow, Sunday, we'll have steak, and I might end up having this again on Sunday, but I might make it into a little bit something different, maybe put it over noodles or something. I'll bring you back when it's done and I'll show you what it looks like. Hey guys, it's done. It cooked for maybe about 10 minutes. I ended up cutting up 4 leftover pork chops, and they were small ones. And like I said, they were already frozen. So this is just a super frugal meal. I had already bought the meat. It was already in the freezer. It was actually already cooked up. So it makes it a lot easier to cook this meal. The olives, you know, we've already had them on pizza, and there's a ton left. So these were pennies. I used 4 of them. Green olives are saltier than black olives, so I didn't want to use too many of them. And then I cut up just about 1/4 of an onion and some cilantro. I threw in corn on the cob, which I bought last summer, or this past summer, so that was in the freezer already. The only thing that I got out of my pantry, which, you know, I bought, was tomato and, you know, the tomato chunks and tomato soup. Okay, so those were those are like probably about $1.50 for those. And then the rest of the meal, I don't know. I'd say this is like a $5 meal. Yeah, I'd say about a $5 meal, if not even cheaper. Hard telling, but I'm going to try this. It's still a little hot, so I need to be careful. Don't want to burn myself. I did put in 2 garlic cloves. I chopped them up. I haven't added any salt to this because of the green olives. Hot. And the sauce is really thick. I like that. Oh, that's good. That is really good. I like that. If you have never tried tomato soup in a meal like this, definitely do that, because I think that's a part of that really good taste. That tomato soup and the cilantro. I love cilantro. I'm going to bring the camera closer so you can get a better look at this. If you like the video, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up. This is just one simple way to be frugal, to use what you have in your cabinets and in your freezer. I like doing meals like this. Not bad, huh?